up? It's ET. It's like 1 in the morning. Just got back from a little Christmas party, or post-Christmas party. And now, I'm going to do a quick little stream before I go on to bed. What did I want to do here? I want to figure out what to do. But before I do, let's just see if any of our buddies are online. Maybe that's not the page I want to go to. Maybe it is. Who knows? Oh no, that's going to go to my actual page. Let's go following. Let's see if anyone's online. No host. Someone's doing a multiplayer game. Awesome. Just like me. Okay. Cool. So, okay. 1 in the morning. Here we go. So what do we have? If we go to working copy, there's nothing there. Awesome. Let's open up our project. Close this for now. Alright, I'm gonna look at my OneNote too. Sorry, I feel like we got these two things. Might need a game controller. So we're gonna need some kind of mechanism for this guy to have a game object tree, kind of. So this is what I'm going to work on, the game controller part, I guess. So yeah, let's handle that. So this is the shared network part. Let's make a new project. New project. New project. And this project is going to be called, who knows, game controller. You're going to be, wait, hold on, before I even look, it's a class library, .NET 3.5, awesome, that's exactly what I want. Test, best, rest, cast, less, best. What am I gonna call this? Let's call this... Oh, here we go. The Infinite Game Object class. The class to rule them all. I'm gonna kind of use a little bit of the infrastructure Unity uses. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pull that up. Unity 3D. Script reference, Unity engine. Let's just go to the main, maybe Unity editor is where I want to go. Not advertisements, scene management, or UI, or classes. That's what I want. Game object. I'm gonna look at this. Okay, I'll just keep it up here. It's full screen. Okay. Where did it go? Here it is. I want it here. Wait, what are you doing? Ah, the computer's all stuck. It doesn't understand what's going on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's a good place for it, but I can't access it. There we go. Alright, so looking at this. This is not what I want. Game object. Yes. Base class for everything. Ha 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 ha. So as we know in Unity, we have this thing called a game object. And so a game object, I don't even know what it has. Layer scene, tag, transform. Inherited members. Oh my gosh. What's below a game object? A component. Alright, inherits from object. Wait, what does game object? Inherits from object. Okay. So maybe we need to work even further back. Like, let's make one more. Ah, that's a folder. I don't want a folder. Let's get a new class. Maybe I can remember. Control-Shift-C. And this C is just a class. And this class is going to be base object. Here we go. Alright, base object. What does base object do? It's basically this. Can I look at base object? Object. Should the object be hidden, saved with the scene, or modifiable by the user? Not too worried about that. Yep, this I am worried about. String name. I think it's public. Ooh, this is the stuff I want to get into. Instance ID. You're not going to have you're going to be public, you're going to be abstract, and that's about it. So you're going to have a name, you're going to have a get instance ID, so this will be public, this could be an int, maybe a uint. Alright, just make it an int for now. Get instance ID. We'll fix it in a bit. I see that I have broken the music. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. We can override to string. Okay, so those are our public functions. Our static functions. Public, static, void, destroy. I'm gonna assume it takes another object. OBJ. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it's not fine. Maybe do it like that. Okay. For now, just don't do anything. Let's go ahead, object, OBJ. Yep, don't do anything right now, we'll figure it all out. Don't destroy on load, makes the object target not to be destroyed automatically when loading a new scene. We'll figure that out later. Why do I feel like I'm going to be making these functions again? Don't destroy on load. I'm putting it on there. Don't destroy on load. Okay. Keep it going. I'm just gonna kind of click these three. Alright, so what's this next one? This one's gonna be a find, oops, public. Oh wow, you can kind of just do this, huh? Didn't know that was all there. So if I do that, if I do on destroy, on load, destroy immediate, destroy this, I'm gonna just kind of verify it. Alright, so yep, here we go. Find objects of type. Boom, boom. Yeah. Oh, here we go. How do we do the extension function? Maybe that's what I'll do, so we can keep object. String extension. Yeah. Alright, I might do the first object class as a string extension. I know it's going to be ridiculous, it's going to be crazy, but I'm doing it. Don't like it. Don't like what I did. But could I name it object is my other question. Would you hate me? Well, then you guys are obviously objects. Two seconds. Let me go ahead and see if I can't do this. Generate class for this in a new file. Generate class for this in a new file. Hope everyone's cool with that. Save all. And definitely just return null for now. Alright, back to original format. Here we go. So we got instantiate. Don't destroy on load. I think we got this already. Yeah. Alright, so that looks good. Oh, here we go. Public static void destroy immediate object bool allow destroying assets false. Okay, I don't know why it's listed twice, but that's how I'll list it up here. Ay, that's not what I was thinking. Control C, Control V, and like that. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know why that listed twice here, but that's okay. I'm not too worried. This does the same thing, but you know what? Not too worried. Oh, nice. You can even set an amount of time to destroy. That's pretty handy. Alright, cool. So that handles object, right? So, okay, cool. We're gonna do object, and we're gonna get a game object. So let's go ahead and grab a game object. I think I just hit the back button. Here we go. Game object, cool. So this is object. Let's go to game object, which is here. Close all the rest. Where's close all the rest? Oh, up here. Close all but this. Awesome. Sorry, we're gonna make the variables. I think I'm gonna make them all in public, bool, active, and hierarchy. I don't really know what that does. Is it active in the scene? Yeah, okay. Public, bool, active, self. The local active state of the game object. Okay. This is kind of a read-only. This is probably more of a getter. Return. Let's just return false for now. Alright, so that's more of a property. Is static. Public bool is static. I haven't used that one yet either. Layer. What do you do? Oh, actually I can even see what they're doing, right? Just by clicking on them. Alright, so we'll work backwards. Public int layer, no problem. Public int layer, close. Public bool is static, yep. Public bool. Nice. Public bool, active in hierarchy. Okay, nice. So we got layer, scene. I'm just actually look at the actual documentation when I'm doing them. Public scene management dot scene. Not sure how I'm going to implement the scenes yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that far in. I really want to just make a new folder for that. Add new folder, scene management, and we can make something called scene in here. New item, scene. Okay. Yeah, perfect. What's wrong with this name? Oh, yeah, go here. Make you public for now. Okay, yep. Alright, done with that. Tag is just a string, public string tag. Great. And public transform. Okay, so you don't know what transform is yet. That's okay. We'll make a new one. Okay, looking pretty good. Close that out. So we have all our variables. Constructor, so we're definitely gonna have a constructor here. I forgot to say this. You're inheriting this. So if I look at the constructor, that's not too bad. Public. Okay. I'm sure there's more stuff I'll have to do, but that is a good start. Alright, yes, all these functions, which is the fun part. I'll just kind of look through these. Okay, so add component here. I'm just gonna do add components. Lordy. Alright, let's just steal this. Okay. Don't know what a component is, no problem. We'll be making that. Oh my gosh, what did I just import? Let's make a new class of this, actually. Generate a new class component. Yes, please. Thank you. And for now, just return null. We'll be implementing this later. So, okay, we're done with the component. Broadcast message. This one's an interesting one. I don't know if I know this one. I don't think I've used this one before. Public broadcast message. Okay. Return. Oh, you don't have to return anything. Okay. So that's broadcast message. We'll look into that later. Compare tag. Nice. Alright, that's easy. Compare tag. Get component. Oh yeah, the famous get component. That's like one of the most famous Unity lines. Component. Get component. It's not exactly like this. It could be like this, but this is not how we typically do it. Public component get component. Public component get component. Here we go. Let's just do this. Return null. Done with that. Okay. Get component and parents. Nice. Public component array. Nice. Get components of type. Get components. Oh, we don't need to do it there. Control KD. Return null. Alright, what is this? Get components and children. Nice. Okay. Return null. Alright, so far so good. Get components and parent. Also returning null for now. Send message. Yeah, this one is very curious to me. I didn't know this existed. This would be a very cool one to use. I think, at least. Okay, yep. Send message upwards. Oh, even more interesting. And finally, set active. All right. I can do that. Okay. Oh, you don't have to return. My bad. Alright, cool. So that is all the public functions. The constructor, game object. So I think we got the variables, the constructor, and the public functions. Oh, and there is totally static functions. Alright, so public static create primitive. feel like I just copied something I wasn't supposed to, like everything. Yeah, so let's just get this part. Hey man, yeah dude, I am up late tonight. I am kind of recreating Unity's just base classes. I'm not going to go too far in, but I'm going to recreate their game object, and game components, and then try to create my own, and then try to shift them across the network, and then see if Unity gets them. So what about you, man? Are you going to be streaming tonight? Your first person multiplayer game? Alright, so I'm going to go back here. Working on the static functions, right? But game object. No! That's a shame, dude. That's a shame. I was hoping you're going to give me like a hell yes, I'm going to be working on it. Alright, public static function. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll probably do a little more in the morning, too. I'm just trying to get a quick one out right now. So I figured I could get object, and game component kind of at least laid out, and a little bit of implementation, not very much, and then I'll implement it more tomorrow. So which one did we just do? Find. Okay. This is find object with tag, and this is the other one. Alright, cool. Alright, so those are my static functions. Already got my inherited ones. I gotta figure out how to do these. How do I do this? Public static operator. I'm kind of new to this part. Let me see. So if I just go down here and say public static operator, it'd work. Okay. I'll totally do the equals too. Oh, this is fun. If it's this easy, I wish I would have done this, like, this would be fun to do later for other pieces of code, I guess. Okay, now you just need to return something, like return true or false. Same with you. Ah, nice. Okay. I like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, more C# just from Unity documentation. Pretty nifty. How about this one? Do I just really say... Does the object exist? Yeah, I don't know. What... If rigid body, do this. If rigid body does not equal... Huh. How do I implement that part? Basically, how do I make rigid body kind of a bool? My inventory TD used an operator for calculating tower stats. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Tower defense. Yeah, alright. Your inventory tower defense. I like it. Do you know anything about doing a bool like this? Like if rigid body, kind of the same thing as this, if rigid body does not equal null? That's interesting. I want to figure out how to do that. Like... I don't even know how to pretend to do that. Object.bool C#. How do I cast an object to be a bool? Basically, it's just if it's null, then don't worry about it, or something like that. Like C# cast object to bool, something like that. Yeah. So, like, if you look at this this example they have here, you can use I'll make it bigger. So you can say if rigid body, and this is the same thing as saying if rigid body not equals null. So I just wondered how they did that. Like, what C# syntax did they apply on rigid body to make that happen? So something to do, and I look up here, and there's really nothing about it. It just says object.bool. So this is kind of what I'm looking up right now. I saw something about null. Comparing nullable, convert to nullable bool. Something like that. Yeah, man, I don't know. How did they do that? Just cast object to bool. C#. How do I safely cast? Casting system object, converting object to type bool. This is like getting me there. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna skip it, but I really want to know. Cast object, C# null, check or something. How can I safely cast from bool? Try cast, cannot. Something like this. Cast object to boolean, source not equal to null, or something like that. C# object null equal is false. Aha! That's what I want. I found it. So it's an extension method, like this. And, or is it an extension method? I don't even know. It's not even an extension method. It's just a method. Alright, so this is what I think it is. Public static implicit operator bool. What is my class? Object. Object instance. Instance. There we go. So now that should be able to do what I saw earlier. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so that's an interesting function. I never knew that. This implicit operator thing. Very, very weird. Very deep code for me. So, okay, I like it. Alright, what else am I missing? Oh, did I lose my scripting AI? API. Convert a bool to game object. Yeah, man, that's an interesting one, right? Public static implicit operator bool. So that means like if I try to type in like, and it's not going to be here, but I could say like if my object do something, and like this would actually check, hey, is this null? If it's not equal to null, then you can do something. So that's cool. I like it. I don't know. Back to my API. Very interesting. Thank you for that. So, okay, I think I got everything from game object. I'm going to do one more layout, and that's going to be game component, and then I'm going to be done for now. Okay, so component should have this object already. Let's start putting stuff in here. Yep. Oops, let's not do it there. Say game object, tag, and transform. Let's just do the 3 variables. But I kind of already have an idea what this is going to be. Let me just see if I'm going to do it by myself, and I'll see if it. Oh my gosh, this thing's too big right now. Get over here. Get over here. All right. Public game object. Game object. Game object. Public string tag public transform. Did I get it? I think so. Alright. These next things I'm not too sure about. So let me see if I got those right. Public game object, public string tag, public transform. Awesome. Let's just go through these right quick, and then I'll be done. And everything else is inherited, which is fine by me. Okay. Lordy, I hate this long one, but it's good. Broadcast message. Don't know much about the broadcast message one. I just haven't used it. Public compare tag. Didn't know there was a compare tag function. I haven't used this one often. I probably just said like tag. Does tag equal tag or something? Something silly. Get component type. Telling you this is done differently. Okay. Get component in children. Nice. Very similar functions to what we're just dealing with. Alright, get component and parent. We're almost done. Components. The wrong one. Get components. Oh no, why is your nose leaking? What's happening? Is something wrong, Bamboy? Is there something you're not telling us? Alright, it's just about done here. Alright, cool. And I think that's everything. We got variables, we got public functions. I'm not worried about the inherited because we're already inheriting. Oh, am I not inheriting? Yeah, I might help I inherit it. This is inheriting an object as well. Alright, so now let's see what we can fix here. I really want to say like these are enumerators. Well, I'll make them classes for now. You have to just return something, so that's okay. You have to return something, so I'm just going to return null. Type. What? Aren't you just system? Yeah. You have to return something, so that's okay. You have to return something, so this null will be okay. You have to return something, so null will be okay. You have to return something, so null will be okay. You have to return something, so null will be okay. And you guys aren't doing anything. Okay, so let's figure this part out. So if I go to F12 here, just for now, until I figure this out. Okay, that looks good. Fixed my errors there. What else we got? Game object, okay, so game object has all this stuff. I'm gonna make you a class, but you're probably also a enumerator. So you're gonna have to return something, so we'll return null. You have to return something. For now, we'll just return null. And you'll have to return something, and we'll just return null for now. Okay, all good. And let's see, other stuff. Those are okay. I mean, I really should override equals and everything. Bamboy, what do you mean? Just use the Unity ones. I'm sorry, I was kind of going through that kind of fast, so I didn't actually see. Override equals and override hash code. Okay, nice. And then we can just return equals xy and returns not equals xy. Yeah. For send message enums. Oh yeah. Oh no, but I can't do that because I won't be using Unity on the server, so I just can't use. I mean, I will. Yes and no. So yes, that makes sense. If I just do send message options. Oh, okay. So it's just an enumeration, like you say, and I just have to make these two. Okay, no problem, no problem. So that's the send message options. You're not a class actually. You're gonna be public enum. And I don't know what I'm doing here now. I think all I gotta do at this point is just say this and this. Alright. Cool. So that's done. And I might as well do the primitive types too. So that was on... Where was that at? Game object? Game object, where you at? Here you go. On initiate, instantiate, something, instantiate. No, it wasn't on instantiate. Where was this at? Game object. I feel like it was here. Create primitive. It is in this class and it isn't static. Create primitive. There we go. Primitive type. Enumeration. So that's no problem. Primitive types. So you're not a class, you're an enumerator. And here we go. Ah. Sphere, capsule, cylinder, cube, plane, quad. Alright, so just kind of some background information for me and maybe for you. My network engine is not going to render anything. So stuff like mesh renderer, meshes, vertexes, all of that stuff out of the picture in my server. The only thing I'm going to be caring about on my server is physics objects, bounding boxes, transforms, and maybe that's about it. Oh, and maybe primitive types, or even if it's not primitive types, like object types or mesh IDs or something, so that it has something to render on the other side. So if I'm going to specify whether something's like a cube, a circle, or a square, it might just be a number. It won't necessarily be the actual like vertices that exist everywhere. Unity will have to handle that. So if that makes sense, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry for me and for you, because I don't really know if it will work or not. So okay. Back to what I'm doing. Do a little bit of implementation tonight, and then I'm going to cut it off because it's kind of late. So, alright, so I've been on 46 minutes, so maybe 15 more minutes of just goofing off here. So let's go with object first. Instance ID. So this is what I want to do for instance ID. I'm going to make a public static int, and we'll get just next ID. So whenever you do create this, we're just gonna get crud. And I don't know if this is public or not. I'm gonna make it public for now. Maybe not, because it's not public in Unity. Private int instance ID. And so all I'm going to do is say instance ID equals next ID plus plus. And that's all. It's going to just kind of keep this like ID thing. So let's go ahead and make this like a uint maybe. Or a long. I'll just do it int for now. So that means I can only have 32,000 objects in my scene for right now. Let me see. I always forget. C# int max value. Here we go. 2 million. That's right, because the uint is 4 gigs. So I can go up to 2 gigs. Oh, I closed the music and now everyone's so sad. Auto. So that's the second time I've ever done that. I'm going to keep count though. So okay, instead of 0, we can return instance ID. So alright, so far so good. We have instance ID. What's next? ToString. I have nothing special about this. Maybe I can just return name. Let's do this. Return string dot format 0. Yeah, 0. Let's do, gosh, I'd like some bracket 0, bracket 1. And so basically what's in the brackets will be the type, this dot type, get type, okay, just get type, sorry, get type, and the next one will be name. So basically I get to type in the name if I do a ToString. Okay, cool. Equals, I'm just do as equals and hash code. I'll leave that. I won't mess with it. If I was creative, I would make my own hash code and then even pass that hash code through the network, but I'm not creative, so I'm gonna not worry about it. Bam boy. Yes. That's the part that's really intimidating to me. So I'm not going to do that up front though, just for my testing purposes. Maybe I'll make something without physics first. But dude, yeah, once my freaking physics engine, that's going to kick my ass. That's going to kick my ass big time. Okay, destroy object, float T. I guess if that's the case, we should have an internal timer. Private int destroy timer. Private int destroy time. So this is how I'm going to do it. Destroy this dot oh, this is static. So we're going to say object dot destroy timer. Destroy time equals T. Object dot destroy timer equals 0. And yeah, okay, that's no biggie. So destroy time and destroy timer. So these should be floats. Okay, I'm cool with that. Destroy immediate. I must implement coroutines or you will be angry. Okay, deal. But you must be okay with me asking you for help sometimes, even if I had to like jump on your channel and be like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, but I will do some yield returns for sure, and coroutines and all that fun stuff. It scares me though. It scares me a big time. Oh, you don't know how to do it either? Come on, man. Alright, here we go. So here's the thing with the destroy. Once you call this method, if you try to call it again, I won't let you destroy it again. Basically, will destroy will be true, and then here's the timer and that. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh no, I don't have that emoticon or whatever. Like, look. I don't have that emoticon. Oh, it's just, okay. A big happy face or something. Alright, and destroy immediate. Oh gosh. Internal bool. Destroy. Don't destroy on load. Equals false. Oh, they all implicitly equals false. Don't destroy on load equals true. Oh, sorry. OBJ. Don't destroy on load equals true. Don't destroy, not destory, destroy. Okay. Thanks for that. Destroy immediate destroys it immediately, which makes sense. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. For each transform... Oh man, this is going to be hard. This is going to be hard indeed. Let me read some more about that. I'm gonna make it a to-do. Destroy everything immediately. And maybe that's like setting everything to null, looping through its children if you have it, stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to look through that. Public static, don't destroy on load. Okay, find object of type. So this runs kind of both ways, right? So it could be like this, or public static object, or actually T, find object of type T, then just that. Just return T. Oh yeah, okay, I'll figure that out. There's basically got to be a list of all objects, which I guess object will have a static list of all objects, which is okay. Alright, find object of type. So this is what I'm going to do. Find object of type. Type. Can I do the other type? Really? You just won't let me do that? Fine, 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 fine. Okay, let's just say naively. I like my public to be at the top, my internal to be next, and then my privates. Okay, so just kind of rearranging that. Okay, so my public is there. Got my string name. What do I need? Another private. All right, so we have a private list of objects. So okay, not too bad. We'll just name it objects. Objects. Dot add this, and then whenever we do destroy, which I feel like I'm just gonna make a private void, destroy, and on this, one of the things will be just to remove this. Alright, cool. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so I'm gonna go for each object obj in objects. So I'm just gonna search the list. My bad. This is also static. Yep. Wait, doing what right? What are you talking about, man? I'm hoping I'm doing it right. If object dot get type equals type, then return object. And if you get through all the objects and you haven't found anything, just return null. Okay, cool. And then we just kind of do the same thing here. But instead of get type, all you gotta do is say is object is t, and if it's t, then return object as t, or well, since you know it's already a t, you don't have to do the as, you can just cast it as t. What's wrong with that? No, it's not redundant. Is it redundant? Cannot implicitly convert. Fine, fine. Let's just do this. What's the problem here? What do you have against me? All right, the type parameter t cannot be used with as because it does not have a class type nor a class constraint. Okay. I said okay, but I don't know what you mean. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think I get what you're saying. Let's have a constraint on the object. So T, no, I'm sorry. C sharp, generic, T, constraint. Constraint. Not what did I type? Containers, constraint. Constraint. How do I do it? 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 I don't think I'm gonna do. Well, what do you mean mono behavior? I mean, I know what you mean. I just I want you to elaborate a little more, if you can. Constraint, constraint. Where t is something. Okay. Can I do that here? Where t is object. Oh yeah. Return object as t. Or better yet, t. Bam. Oh, I got it. Oh man, it took me a little while to do that. C sharp. As in, how will the user write scripts that work for both Unity and your server side? Yes, that's a good question. I don't really have a good answer for you, as much as I will do the base stuff like yeah, mono behavior, and just like the 6 functions that I think most people use, like start, on enabled, on disabled, or maybe more than 6, update, fixed update, and that will be part of the game object class. So I can't think of other ones, like on destroy. So some of them I won't do, like maybe like on mouse click or on mouse up or something like that. I won't do here because on the server you won't be doing that input stuff either. The server will only be listening for commands via the network. You don't actually input stuff into the server. Yeah, but anyway, game object will have like the 6 to 8 or 10 commands that you're used to programming with in C sharp. Okay, cool. So that one seems to be working fine. And yes, am I that transparent though? Yeah, I'm in way over my head. But You know what? I have made a kind of Unity-esque just like this in HTML5. Like, I copied all this code and made an HTML5 thing. I wonder if I still have that project. I'll show it. So I made basically all these Unity classes in JavaScript. And this was like a year ago, so it's been a while. But I'll show it to you since you're just here and we're just chilling out. Documents. Is it in documents? It should be in school, I guess. 5670. Assignments. Website. There's definitely this class. Oh, here we go. This is the game. But I don't know if it'll run. Oh, is it still on my site? Please be on my site. Hey, hey, alright. So this is my HTML5 game. Anyway, I click here. And there we go. I got this guy. He moves around. So that's pretty cool, right? He moves around. And I can get those ninja stars. Bam! It says right click to attack. Nice! And let's see. Bushes are blocking the way. Those are the bushes. So here I go. Aha, a sword. And so when I get the sword, it just basically follows the mouse everywhere. But you can like kill things with it. Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Be careful, there are enemies ahead. Oh man, I haven't played this in a while, so it's fun. It's fun to see that I've made a project once in my life. It's running kind of slow. I guess there's a lot of things going on. But I can kill these enemies. Wah, shwa, shwa. No sound effects. Shah, shah. They don't do anything yet. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Haha. True ninja skill. Let's destroy the barracks. And there's supposed to be a barracks here. Huh? There's no barracks here. Oh well, you win. And you can kill people with your ninja stars if you throw enough of them. But the most effective weapon is the sword. Yah, yah. Yeah, kind of a Zelda rip. But you know what's interesting? It's how fast you swing your sword. It determines how much damage you do. So you have to kind of swing your mouse around every time. I know it might be kind of annoying. Shaw, shaw, shaw. But it's pretty cool. Like, it makes you want to swing your sword all the way around. Shaw, 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 shaw. Yeah, but I can already see my encoder's all sorts of crazy. Oh, it runs a little better when I take it off of full screen. What else did I put? I put box 2D, so I think if I hit D, it's you can see the box 2D objects. So this gray circle is a trigger. This circle is me. There's other circles here. Those other circles are the bad guys. Yeah, dude, I thought this was pretty cool just for like HTML5. Like, I didn't think HTML5 was this powerful. But yeah, dude, this runs right in the browser. Nothing too crazy. What else can I do? Q, R. I don't know if there's any other cheats on here. I don't think so. Ah! Anyway, you get the point. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen my previous stream, but I'm not very good at programming the actual update loop. I kind of make faux update loops, and maybe I just need to, I need to do what? I need to work on a better update loop. I'll do more research on that later. Alright, so I'm gonna stop it. That was pretty fun. Good old assignment. Okay, back to what I'm doing. I'm going to try to finish this object class, and then I'm going to call it a night. So this one's going to get an array of objects. So for now, yeah, let's just do this. First, we're going to get a count of how many objects we're going to get. Int count equals 0. So this is how I'm going to handle the first one. For each object in objects, if object dot get type equals type, then count plus plus. So that's our first loop. And then finally we're gonna make an array. So this is gonna be new sorry, this can just be objects, my own version of objects. Object obj array equals new object array of count, and then we just run through that exact same loop. And instead of doing count plus plus, we just say, oh crap, we're gonna need something different. I think we're still gonna need count. So we're gonna say count equals 0. And we're gonna do two things. We're gonna say obj array equal of count equals obj, and then count plus plus. Yes. And then we're just gonna return obj array. Yeah, find functions are slow. That's why you really shouldn't use them. You should just like find your object once and make them like a private variable or a member variable. So yeah, totally agree. Ooh, instantiate. This is scary and not really up my alley. What I do find funny though, and I don't know if it's funny, instantiate, I think, lives at the object level, but I've always figured that only game objects have components. So like transform being one of the components. Huh. And so like an object I don't really feel like has a component. So me trying to assign a position at the object level is kind of weird. For me at least. Alright, so these are the only other two functions that I'm not too sure about right now. Because how do I get the transform object if the transform doesn't exist until game object, which is a derived class? It seems to make more sense to do it here as opposed to here. Right? Well, And let me just double check to make sure I'm not like saying something totally wrong. So where's my game object? Alright, so let's go to game object. Let's actually go to object. Object clones the object and returns the clone. Oh, okay. So that's not as weird to me. If you have some kind of protected class that kind of clones it. Okay, I feel better about that. So here we go. Maybe right under these two things, I'm going to say protected virtual object clone. Or better yet, I know these are two things I want to do. I want this to be iClonable and interface clonable and interface disposable. Aha. So clonable, yes, implement the interface. Where did he implement the interface? I'm trying to find you. Clone, here we go. No problem. So all we gotta do can I make this virtual? So yes. Yes. Bamboy, you're right, and I'm totally understanding. I'm on board. Sorry, for some reason, my brain just wasn't into it. So here we go. We got an iClonable. We're gonna return a game object dot instantiate. Let's just do it. Alright, so first I'm going to make a clone. So game object, new game object. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this late at night. It's going to be name, sorry, string.format. It's going to be 0-1, dash clone. I'll make it capital. Where the 0 will be name. Okay. What's wrong here? You don't return. That's okay. So iClonable and iDisposable are interfaces, and it's just a way for C# to basically have these functions, right? So instead of getting like maybe an enumeration. Yeah, interfaces and abstract classes are very interchangeable, but the cool thing about interfaces is you can have multiple interfaces for an object. As for an abstract class or a base class, you can only have one, right? So there's no multiple inheritance. So it's kind of like a way to do multiple inheritance. And then later, if you just want to get a list of all your clonable objects, you can do that as opposed to getting a list of all your game objects. And maybe your clonable objects are not just game objects, they might be network objects and other kind of objects. So it's a different way to group all your objects together. Okay. All that to say that I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to return new game object. We didn't really do anything to clone this, except just change the name. So that will add it to the list. What kind of things do we have on here? Instance ID will be different. Oh, these things, like don't destroy on load. I'll just grab that too. No, I don't even think I need that. You know what? Screw it. This is just going to be a new object. If you run clone from here, you're just going to get a new object. Since name lives on here, I'm going to go ahead and put you on here as well. This dot name equals name. You'll do name dot clone and return new object. Alright, but like I said, this is going to be what am I trying to say? Oh, sorry. I only use in my inventory TD, I use iSelectable as my own interface. I meant to be able to select enemies as well as towers, but I never did. UI is horrible. Oh, you mean Unity UI? Or just UI for your game in general? I mean, UI is just hard. Like, I feel like you spend half to almost as much time on UI as you do the game. And I'm not even there, dude. I'm barely even touching the back end right now. So whatever I'm doing here, I have to multiply by 3 to get the actual game out looking okay. UI in general, yeah, totally, man. Alright, so what am I doing? I'm trying to instantiate, but I don't really have... This part sucks, so this is what I'm going to do. Just return clone, return original.clone. That should totally be a thing, right? Object, clone. Oh, wrong kind of object. There you go. Actually, you already know it's going to be an object, so I think the as takes a little more effort than just hard. So this is a hard cast. The as object, doing it like this, is like a softer cast. Because if it's not of that type, it'll just make it null. Whereas this will throw an exception. I think that's the difference between the hard cast and the soft cast. Okay. That makes sense to me. So that part was easy. It's this part that's still throwing me for a loop. I think this is what I'm going to do. Return original dot clone. And I'm going to make another clone that says vector 3 position and quaternion rotation. And then we also got to make this at least an object. Ah! And so here we go. Virtual void clone. Yep, I know you already have this, but if you can do it like this. Oh wait, I don't need to do all that. I'm an idiot sometimes. Oh, you're not a void, you're an object. Whew. Okay. So clone and clone. This one is going to be this one's a little different. And the other ones, this will look a lot different. But for these two, yeah, I'm going to keep them a little different here. Okay. Sorry, mine just wandering. This is another thing that I just don't really know how to do. We're going to have to do a disposable. Implement this interface. Let's find the dispose function. Let's bring it up. Sorry. Bring it up to destroy. Yeah. Here we go. Dude, you're so right, dude. I am like I'm not giving up. I'm like, I'm gonna do this one more thing. And I'm gonna do this one more thing. And I will never finish doing what I had to do ever. Alright, so that fixes that. Game components. I have no idea. Do I pass in the name when I make a new component? I'm going to up front, but we'll see. I don't know if that's necessary. I do like having no errors. That's my ultimate goal, is have no errors. That's step one. And I feel like this is good for now. I did most of the object. I might have not done the destroy immediate, but I did the rest of it. Next time I'm going to do game object and components, and then I'm going to try to add a simple component to a game object. And once I do that, I'm going to see if I can transfer it across the network. So that's going to be my very, very simple test until what? I'll see what happens. Alright, everybody. I'm going to go. Oh, yes, the freaking transform. Dude. Transform. Look at my transform class right now. It's perfect, right? Yeah, I need to do transform, vector 3, and quaternion. If I can do those, then I can at least modify the transform around. So hit the up key on the client, client sends it to the server updates it in the game gets updated, server sends the update back to the client, and then I should see it on the screen. So yes, the transform is the key. Transform is the key to everything. Alright, yes. I'm gonna go on that note. Oh my gosh, it's almost 3 o'clock. Okay, yes, I'm going. Let me commit this, and then I'm gone. So where's my source tree? Here's my source tree. Here's my episode. Here is my branch, working copy. Here's my commit. Started working on game controller class. Basically Unity based classes. And there we go. That's all I'm going to say about that. But what I will do is I'll close everything out. Make sure everything kinda is committed. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, Bam Boy. See you later, man. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Like, having you around really makes this so much more fun than just me doing this by myself. So I really appreciate it, and the feedback and everything. I wish I was only as good to you when you're when you're doing your podcast, man. But uh, if I can do anything, let me know, man. I'll try to do some stuff. Okay, committing this, and I am gone. Good night, everybody. See you next time.